seems like there's competition in this space, I assume, right?
There's tons.
Yeah, so I mean, with competition, how do you differentiate yourself and how do they handle this?
I think it's really easy for us. We were born from a test and measurement background. Ixia started as a test and measurement company, just like HP, just like many companies actually. And we believe that everything has to be rock solid and everything has to be tested. So therefore, you know, there's my old colleague Craig used to say, if you didn't test it, it didn't work.
Right, yeah.
So in this case, we test everything and we make sure it's prime and it works. And we have to work 100% of the time, every time, no packet loss every time. And that's how we build our products, rock solid. There's other people that, you know, not so much. And you can tell. You usually can tell because they won't tell you if they ever dropped. Like, for example, in our GUI, we'll have a drop counters. And we'll tell you, hey, by the way, you're getting overloaded. And this could happen on the NP, for example, but it wouldn't happen on the hardware. If you don't see that, it's a good example that maybe they're hiding something.
Right, okay.
So,
yeah, now, I mean, we have a whiteboard. I mean, what are the performance impacts in actuality, would you say? And in what parts of areas would you say, here's where it fits? And
sure, so a lot of people don't realize that that on the network traffic, you have really two types of packets. So if you go from the bottom, we'll just go, we won't use jumbo frames. We'll make this easy. You have 64 byte packets and 1500 byte packets.
Right, okay.
But the majority is, everybody says, well, the average is, let's say, 576.
576, okay.
It's really not, though. Really, it's a lot over here and a lot over here, and this is your void.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because TCP connections have a setup.
Right, yeah.
All right? And your three-way setup, and they're all 64 byte packets, and every acknowledgement is a 64 byte packet.
It's a 64 byte packet.
And the end, the FINAC, is a 64 byte packet. And over here are your datagrams, and only the last piece of the datagram, the end, that maybe you wrote a sentence and it's just a little bit too long, that'll fit over here.
Right.
So really what you want to look at is, how is our 64 bit packet performance?
Right.
That's the big chunk.
That's the big chunk, right.
And for example, I've seen a competitor's box that loses 76%.
76?
On the 64 byte packets. We never lose a packet.
Right, okay.
That'd be really bad for us.
Yeah.
So think about that. If you lost 76% of all these transaction flags, and the tool needs these transaction flags to know the beginning and the end to measure the application performance, what kind of data you get?
Yeah, good point. Well, Dennis, you're officially off the hot seat.
Thanks.
With Dennis, this is Ray Moda. Thanks for joining this edition of the Hot Seat.